By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The slot man in motion right. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And right away he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Following the fumble recovery, McCarthy. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On play action, they'll throw. Going deep here for Watkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. You talk about this Titan defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brooks. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. How about this? They'll change it at the line. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Verdansk. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They'll send Mitchell in motion right. They'll look to throw again. Throw right side, taken in by Verdansk. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Slot man moves right. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the left side, into the hands of Verdansk. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. In motion left is Mitchell. Back to throw again. Rolling to his right. Over the middle, complete. That's Brooks. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. You talk about this Miami defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Titans had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
2nd and 10. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. He's to the 15. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Throwing is McCarthy. That's complete to Dell. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Touchdown, Titans. Take Dell. 59 yards. And the Titans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Second and a couple. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 2.
They'll send Mitchell in motion right.
Up the middle with Brooks here.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2nd and 5. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll send Mitchell in motion right. 2nd and 11. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw.
Open man is Yoshibas.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. There's a short one caught by Johnson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Here's McCarthy.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Caught left side. Here's Dell.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Tank Dell
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Titans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Second down and 6 now.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
To the air with McCarthy. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Now McCarthy.
He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 67 yards.
And the Titans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Eluding the pressure right. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's pulled in by Brooks. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second and 13. That is caught by Dell. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Back to throw.
McCarthy. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there, with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Titans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
To the left side, into the hands of Adunze.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Second down and 4. And now they'll shift things around.
Second and 4. Escaping the pressure right.
Throw right side, taken in by Adunze.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll look to throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Back to throw again.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
They'll look to throw again.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
They'll send Mitchell in motion right. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
That one out wide and intercepted.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They'll set up to throw.
This ball taken in here by Brooks.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now this time he'll look to throw. It's caught. Mitchell. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
On play action. Now McCarthy. To the right side and caught by Dell.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Going for it, here's McCarthy.
On the left side, it's McDonald. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory, down at the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
That's complete to Dell. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Lutz with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That complete to Shorter.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Got a man. That's Shorter.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
This 2nd and 4.
Let's get 19. 60 back, Jack. 60 back. Let's go. Track 60.
They'll drop to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the one touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
Warriors 70. They smash. 79 Bronco. Hurt. Ready.
Back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown! Quez Watkins, 27 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit.
They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on.